So at Six Foods, we believe that 6 legs are better than 4.
And we make healthy, sustainable, and delicious foods with insects.
Okay. What motivated you to do that?
Well, I guess the story starts, I've been off and on vegetarian my whole life.
Right.
And in college, I was an African studies major and studied abroad in Tanzania and had fried caterpillars on the side of the street. And tasted one, and it was actually delicious. And it got me thinking about why I was vegetarian and made me think about insects as a more sustainable source of protein. So I sent my college roommate, Rose, an article about eating insects.
And Laura never thought that I would be into the idea of eating insects because Laura's from Seattle, so I say she's always been a little bit more alternative than I have been. But then what happened was I actually happened to be in China the week before, and someone dared me to eat a scorpion on the side of the street. And if you dare me to do something, I'm gonna do it. And so when...
Don't say that.
Well, there are no colors, so it's okay. And so when Laura sent me the article, I was like, oh, I had a scorpion. This is actually a really cool idea. The scorpion tasted like shrimp without the fishy taste, so it was great. And because of that, we basically started doing some research into, well then, why should we be eating insects? And what we found was there was a UN report, 200-page report, that stated that it's on the UN's agenda to bring insects to the Western world as a new food source. And because of all the different reasons for eating insects.
Right, so there's basically 2 big things, environmentally and health-wise. So
I'm listening.
yeah, so it takes 2,000 gallons of water to produce a pound of beef, but to produce a pound of crickets, it only takes about 1 gallon of water.
Wow.
Yeah, and insects can be really healthy. So when dried, they can be up to 70% protein, which is incredible.
And they taste?
It depends on the insect. There's lots of insects. There's almost 2,000 varieties of edible insects in the world, and they all have different tastes, nutritional values.
Next time I get caught in the jungle, I'll know that. I'll get insects. So are you making money from this business?
So yes, we are. As of
Tell me how you're making money and who or what you're selling to.
Yeah, so we actually launched a pre-order system, I guess, through Kickstarter, which kind of kickstarts our business, on April 22nd, on Earth Day. And it was really cool because we were trying to raise $30,000 in 30 days to be able to manufacture our chips at a factory. And what ended up happening is we raised that money in 3 days with over 500 backers, because what we found is people are really interested in what we're doing because they care about the environment, and also it's just such a compelling reason to eat insects because it's so good for you. And we have a video up on our page of people trying our chips, and they're like, oh my god, this is so good.
So let me back up a little bit and talk about what our product is.
Great.
So they're cricket chips called chirps. And
Oh, it's a good name.
thank
Chirp
you.
chips.
So they're a bean-based chips. They've got black beans, pinto beans, rice, and then cricket flour, which cricket flour is dried, ground, slow-roasted crickets. And so why would you want to eat our chips? Well, they've got a fantastic, slightly nutty taste from the crickets, but also they're 3 times the protein and half the fat of normal potato chips. Plus, they're all natural and gluten-free.
Wow.